Starting a fire?
Looking to hire a boat?
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, sure. Yeah, that's me. Why? Who sent you? Now, hold on. That wasn't my fault. I didn't know they were going to attack anybody. I don't even know how I got here. It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. That's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim. Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there. All right, you have a point. Taking you back to find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself. Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions. Mirak, I'm not sure what I do. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions? I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it. I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but I'm not sure what. I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's refugee.
Let's get indoors.
I was starting to wonder what happened. Remember, we're watching.
This is House Redoran territory.
I work for
Huh?
Those flames get out of control, and you're gonna wish they hadn't.
Welcome to the retching niche, Outlander. What can I get you? With the mine shut down, there's no telling how much longer Raven Rock's going to last. Hopefully, Councillor Morvain has a plan. Coast has been dangerous lately. Lot of reavers about. I've heard they're searching for the treasure of Acnir Deathbrand, the Pirate King. The finest sujamma to cross your lips, friend. My own personal formula that I call Sadri's Sujamma. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it. I was kinda hoping you'd say that. Here, take these samples of the sujamma and spread the word. If you get rid of all of them, there's something extra in it for you. If you're looking for a room or perhaps some libations, there's actually a funny story behind the name, friend. A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of sujamma in hand. He was one of my patrons and liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised. But you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born and singing badly at the top of his lungs. As I'm watching this spectacle, a netch floats over the bulwark towards him. The man looks straight up at the netch, yells, "Have a drink," and tosses the bottle. And it never hit the ground. Well, the bottle broke on the netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. I've seen plenty of... True story, friend. True. I heard crazy old Cressius has been sneaking in the Raven Rock mine again. At his age, he's going to get himself killed in there. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. Haven't heard anything lately. But check back with me. You never know. I'll show you to your room, right this way. Just get them to taste my sujamma. Once they take a sip, it'll sell itself. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Here in my shrine.
Fascinating.
Have
Touching the
forgotten.
stone, you appear to have... Ah, so you are able to resist the effect
That we
of
might
inserting your will.
remember.
Fascinating. I would not advise touching the stone again. Effects of repeated contact could be... Unless, of course, you'd like to contribute to my investigation, which could be very enlightening.
By
to
night
observe
we recline.
you.
What by day was stolen.
That seems
Far from
inadvisable.
ourselves.
Oh,
Our eyes once were blinded. Now through him do we see. Our hands once were idle.
You haven't seen Cressius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again. No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things. Look, if you see Cressius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. Well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin? Still spending his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart? Good to hear. Tam Layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone. Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The Guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle. Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it. A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up at my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us. That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect. Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag. I told him he was crazy to even think about talking to those vicious little buggers, but he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there. You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed. Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip. No, wait. Maybe. I don't know how I know that name. I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about this. You tell Cresius he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
Looking for any potions? I should mix some of this into my next potion. Who knows what would happen? I don't think so. Though it sounds like a name I've heard before. I hear that name. And I see a temple here on Solstheim. What could that mean? Remember, I have plenty of potions and ingredients.
I work for Mogul. You got a
I'll
problem?
give you this warning on. Take that swill and pour it down a well. No, wait. I recognize the name, but I'm not sure why.
Doesn't lend coin to Outlanders.
Miserable. At least my
somewhere
father will
else.
let me drink whatever I want without complaining.
Mogul.
Tell Geldis I
You have anything
appreciate
for my
it.
stand today?
Keep yourself
Welcome to...
Disgusting.
Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with.
If you want
All
that
sorts of
beautiful
useful
life of yours to
things.
stay that way,
Feel free to browse. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food
Well,
for sale.
tell Geldis that Miri says she really appreciates it. And don't stay away for too long.
I'd be on the first ship off this island if I had the coin. Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks. Just what you see here. Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular? It's an amulet that was made exclusive for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point, a kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them. They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to... If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
Squatting isn't tolerated in the abandoned buildings. If you need a place to stay.
You lost? I can't believe I've been stuck here this long.
On behalf of House Redorin... Good old Geldis is always managing to keep our spirits up. And our eyesight hazy. Thank you.
How much longer do you intend to serve as his shield?
Do I?
The Redoran
What a
Council
strange
tasked me
thing.
with keeping Laurel alive.
It sounds
which I've
so
done without
familiar.
question for over 100 years.
And yet I cannot place the name.
Closest thing I've had
I'm
to our
not
brother.
even sure.
We all owe
I
him
can
our
picture a
lives.
temple.
Am I to
Here-
suddenly turn my
Solstheim
back?
is theoretically under my rule.
I'm sorry, my love.
Not that there's much
It's this
beyond the
island.
confines of our town
It's
anyway.
felt the same
Well,
since we left
there's a small
Vardenfell.
enclave of Nords to the north in Skal
part of me
village.
is missing.
Then there's Other than
Dunmer
that,
left a piece
Solstheim
of
is
themselves
crawling with
behind when
It
they
used to be
departed
one of the
life.
richest ebony mines in
All we can
Morrowind,
do is
but
make
it
the
dried
most
out
of
years
what we
ago.
have.
Now, we're barely holding out here. Without the mine, Raven Rock doesn't feel like it can last much longer. You've never heard of House Redoran? We're the mightiest of the great houses, and we lead the council, the ruling body of Morrowind. This isn't Skyrim, Outlander. A group of powerful and influential Dunmer families have been ruling Morrowind for millennia. They embody a council made up of 5 great houses: Telvanni, Dres, Endoral, Sadras, and Redoran. Well, of course, with 4 other houses on the council, someone has to keep the rabble organized. Our house leads the council by virtue of our preeminence in battle, wisdom, and yes, I imagine it would to some. If you're interested in pursuing the subject, help yourself to any of the historical
Your
volumes
visit,
in my library.
I've sworn. What?
My doors
Oh,
are
no,
open
thank
if
you.
wish to discuss
I need to
matters.
keep my head clear.
May I have a word with you, Counselor?
Remember,
Of course.
You were
Well,
able to
watch
vet.
you.
What troubles
Oh,
you?
how kind. Thank Geldis for me, won't you? A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived. Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that. The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Solstheim. Can you imagine? One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers. Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. As the wife to the second counselor of Raven Rock, it would be Adral Arano, second
speak with
counselor.
Garen and see if
How
we
I
can't
hate
increase the
that
crop
title.
production this season.
Damn fool. He's in grave danger.
Sorry,
And yet,
Signori.
when I fall asleep
I
at night,
fear we'll be
all
feasting on ash
this
yams a bit
island
more
was
often
never
this
meant
year.
for us. There's too much. I assure you, if I could.
Counselor, I'm afraid there's been
Unfortunately,
another ash
Adral
storm
and
attacking
Counselor,
the Bulwark.
I'm the wife. The most
As if we
important thing
didn't
is that
have
I
enough to
stand by
contend with
Adral
already.
no matter how I feel.
How many
And
did
I
we lose
intend to
this
do
time?
that until we get
Careful
off
with
this
those flames.
miserable
Enough.
rock.
Unless you
My
plan on
husband
torching
is
to drive
second
them off
counselor,
almost
so I
single-handedly.
certainly have the means to reward you
I don't know
if
what
you find
we'd
my
do without
folio.
him.
Last time I rode.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
Excuse me, but get that vile liquid away from me. Non-believers are never welcome here. Are you here to pray? Or perhaps pay your respect? There where we inter... Sadly, we've been unable to use the ancestral tomb beneath the temple as of late, and have resorted to other locations to scatter the remains. Those foul vermin, the abominations we call ash spawn, have risen from the ashes of our own They're befouling the memories of our forefathers by defiling their remains. Thank you, Wanderer. That would be most...
Here, this key should open the door to the tomb.
Be cautious, friend. The ash spawn are soulless beings, with no regard for compassion.
You think you have...
Murgle doesn't lend coin to
I'll give you this
outlanders.
warning only.
Look
Take that
somewhere
swill
else.
and pour it down a well.
Fight well.
Teldrin Cerro, blade for hire. If you have the coin,
We have all
I'm at
sorts.
your service.
Sorry. Gildas won't allow me to drink while I'm working at Venetch.
Safe travels.
This island's nothing but a pile of rubble. What's the
Welcome
point
to
trying to make
Raven
a
Rock,
life
traveler.
here?
Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown foods?
Keep
My wife
yourself
and I are
safe.
doing the best we can. to
Solstine's
keep
still a
Raven Rock
dangerous
fed.
place.
Next time you're hungry, stop by.
Your visit here. What? Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear. Remember.
Yes? May the wind be at your back, friend.
You look... Captain Gallen does the business.
Captain
around here.
Gallen does the
I'm
business.
just a shipsman.
Who's the ship's name?
Can I help you?
I've sworn to keep Councillor Morvain safe, and I intend
Careful not
to
to
take
talk.
that oath
Sure,
to
got
the
nothing better to
grave,
do.
if need be.
May your
Remember,
path
Welcome to
be
Raven Rock,
filled
traveler.
with
Could I interest you in any fine ash-grown
I was always taught to avoid these types of ruins. I see why now.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave. Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Maybe. Been difficult trusting people. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. Sure, ignore the ravings.
My apologies for...
old man.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Thank you. Be careful out there.
A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather.
Welcome to the wretched... Welcome to the wretched... Perfect. All that's left now is to go ahead and wait for the patrons to come in. As promised, here's a little something for yourself. The ash spawn attacks on the bulwark are getting worse. Captain Veleth is trying his best, but I think the Redoran Guard are overwhelmed. Come back any time. My doors are always open.